Welcome all you plus two comedy modifiers back to the stream. Welcome to a brand new series. Welcome to Escape the Games Advent Calendar, The Hunt for the Golden Book. I was gifted this wonderful big ass puzzle that jingles. And inside are various Christmassy themed puzzles. And we're going to solve them every day here on the stream until Christmas. So a few things. We have this decoder that came with it. Apparently, as I hold it upside down, every answer will be a series of numbers. And then when you have the correct numbers, you flip this over. And that gives you a series of symbols. And the symbols have to do with which door you open in this. Because as you can see, only one is labeled right here. And behind each door is a series of puzzles. Now, I've already read the instructions. So we have this big, thick book of instructions. It also has hints in case we get stuck. And then we have the storybook that will tell us the tale of what we're trying to solve here today. So I will start by reading the story, and then we'll crack into this. Get ready for a Christmas story. An icy wind is blowing in your face. You wrap yourself tighter in your coat and pull up your scarf up over your nose. Thick snowflakes fall from the gloomy clouds above. You are rushing home to wait out the oncoming snowstorm from the safety of your sofa with a cup of smoothie. Book knows me well. With your shopping bag clenched in your hand, you make your way through the crowds. Everyone else seems to be rushing home too, bundled up against the snow, and heads down they pass you on the busy street. The wind whirls the snow through the air, and you pick up the pace as your front door comes into sight. From the darkness, someone crashes into your shoulder, and you begin to slip on the icy path. You stagger upright and turn to complain. Hey, you! That's my voice. But the figure has already hurried off into the dusk. You just catch a glimpse of a slightly chubby man in a red coat before he disappears around the corner. How rude, you mutter, as you are Michelle Tanner. Shaking your head, you then pick up your bag and rubbing your sore shoulder, you make your way towards the door. At home, you are welcomed by the cozy warmth and the sweet scent of vanilla biscuits. Happily, you peel yourself out of your thick winter clothes and boots. Luckily, you made it home before the weather got worse. Now you can settle down with a cuppa. And that escape the room game that your friend recommended. You always get excited about riddles. I do. But wait, what's that? There's something in the air. Something is flickering in your living room. It's something on fire. Anxiously, you rush into the room. Fortunately, it's only the flickering from one of the candles on your Advent wreath. Nevertheless, a chill runs down your spine. You cannot remember lighting the candle, but who else could it have been? It would be pretty odd to break into a house just to light an Advent wreath. You giggle a little, nervously. How careless of you. A candle left unattended. Only now do you notice the letter propped up in front of the wreath. So someone was here after all. But who? And what did they want? Your heart beats faster. Curiously, you step closer, and with shaking hands, you open the envelope. Oh, it's two-sided. My dear friend. I guess I should do a different voice for this person. My dear friend. I don't like that voice. It already hurts. My dear friend, please excuse my intrusion on your home. I have no choice, as I am in dire straits and running out of time. You will understand why in a moment, but first, I would like to thank you. Nowadays, there are few people who have lost their faith in the magic of Christmas. There are even fewer who are extremely secretive, and who, in addition, have a remarkable talent for deciphering complicated riddles. I do like complicated riddles. Anyway, I digress. In short, you are only a few people like you. And that's exactly what I need. You must help me, I beg you, because I am afraid without you, there will be no Christmas this year. Our heart skips a beat. Or your heart skips a beat. Not ours, we're in this together. No Christmas? That would be unthinkable. Just like you, countless people are sure to have gone in all the preparation for the celebration. It would be a huge disappointment for them, and for the children. You shudder with the thought. Curiously, you continue reading. The bad news is, my golden book has disappeared. This is terrible. Everything points to it being stolen. It's in my world. It didn't just have everyone's Christmas wishes, but also their addresses so their presents would be delivered to the right home. And I'm not part of the year 2000 where everything's electronic. If the book doesn't turn up before Christmas Eve, it will be a disaster. Can you imagine? To give nothing but sadness this year. Even the Christmas sleigh needs the book in order to fly. Whoever has the book seems to be very clever. I know that much. This is clearly Santa talking, so I've chosen a poor voice. I followed him, but didn't get far. I lost track of him in a small remote mountain range. Initially, I thought it would be easy to find him there. I tried, of course, but there are a few sparse hints. I didn't find anything. All of the remains are a mystery to me. You are my last hope. Please help. Maybe you can find the thief, or at least find my golden book. I'll leave you a few documents that are sure to help. You have taken the liberty of organizing a lift for you. She will pick you up in the front of the house. It will be easier way to reach the village. I can't do more at the moment. I have to rush off and deal with the mountain of formalities. The security authorities have given me grief because, as you can imagine, the loss of the golden book is a gross violation of the CDPO, Christmas Data Protection Ordinance. I mean, all right. By the way, that's my problem to deal with. I know that I can rely on your loyalty and discretion. Please help me save Christmas. I wish you every success. With speedy Christmas greetings. The signature is smudged and illegible, but you can figure out who wrote it, based on my voice. When you were a child, people tried to convince you that there was no Santa Claus. But here was the proof, right? In ink, black and white, in a personal letter to you, no doubt about it. Of course, you will try to help him. Thankfully, you look through the envelope, and you find that it contains a few notes and a strange item for finding doors. Canal. You obviously can't do anything with that yet. There is nothing else to help, but anyway, you have already made up your mind. You will not miss this adventure. You look out the window. The wind seems to have subsided, but thick flakes are still falling from the sky. You blow out the candle of your Advent wreath, pack up a few important things, and head outside. Since you arrived home, the snow has settled and now lies ankle deep in the road. The road looks empty, hardly any people, although it is hard to see through the snowstorm anyway. Where is your lift to the village? Suddenly you hear the sound of bells close by. In disbelief, you spy a little horse-drawn sleigh turning into the road. It's one surprise after another today. Man, what a day. But a horse? If this trip's taking you far away, it'd be better than for a reindeer at least. Oh my god, there's so much more. There's 2 more pages. You must have dozed off in the layers of thick woolen blankets, because when the sleigh stops sometime later, you are in a place you don't recognize. You stretch your limbs and carefully climb out. Immediately, the sleigh starts moving again and disappears, with the gentle sound of ringing bells back in the direction from which you came. You obviously have to walk the rest of the way. You look around. It appears to be quite late at night. The clouds have completely cleared, and the moon hangs in the gigantic disk in a starry sky. You trudge through the deep snow, up a small hill, and stop at the top in wonder. In front of you lies a village that Santa wrote about. Silent and lonely, it sits in a shallow valley, framed by an impressive mountain range. Not a soul can be seen. You listen carefully and hear nothing but your own breathing. In front of the mountain peaks, you spot a large steeple in the middle of the village. There are small half-timbered houses, looking almost picturesque, but you feel a sense of unease. In the middle of the night, but you are used to more noise. Who knows what's waiting for you down there, but Christmas is at stake, so you strengthen your shoulders and set off down the hill with determination. On the way, you discover a hut on the edge of the center square with a bright light shining from the window. You move closer and notice the door is open, almost as if someone is waiting for you. The first puzzle begins on the calendar sheet, December 1st. Happy December, guys. You carefully approach the hut on the edge of the square. The door is ajar, but to be on the safe side, you creep to the frosted window and look inside. Everything looks deserted. Despite this, you knock on the door frame and wait a moment. As nobody responds, you enter. A strange, familiar feeling creeps up on you. You feel as though you know this place. The inside of the hut is pretty shabby. You notice a thick layer of dust everywhere and numerous cobwebs in the corner. It seems like no one has been here for years. Strange that Santa Claus did not write that he had... Strange. Didn't Santa Claus write that he visited this village? Something else catches your attention. From the outside, it looks as if the hut was brightly lit, but inside, it's actually pretty dark and you can't see any light anymore. Odd? Yes. But you don't have time to figure out why. You have a deadline to meet. There must be a clue here somewhere that will set you on the right trail of the thief. You let your gaze wander and contemplate what to do next. The Golden Book doesn't look to be lying around. There's lots of strange drunk, though. Smiling, you suddenly remember the wise words of your grandmother. Let me get into grandmother mode. If you are desperately searching for things, then it better be tidy first. The saying has proven correct often enough, so you decide to look around carefully and take the opportunity to clean up a little. As you do, you spot some notes on the table. Open door 1 now. Behind it, you will find 2 riddle cards. All right, here we go. So, we need to switch to Sky Mode. Boom. Chat's here if anybody wants to help out. But we're going to open the first door and see what we got. Which means, I'm going to cover the camera for a sec. So you guys can see this. This is door 1. All right. So this is not ideal. So inside, there does appear to be something in, like a picture inside of like numbered animals and stuff. And then we have these cards. So I'm going to try my best to use the camera instead of just looking at them. So we got these items. We got like a witch, some flowers, a button, a worm, antlers, dominoes, a newspaper, and a symbol for the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to hold it so that I don't block my beautiful face, but you guys can see all this. So there's all that. And then we have these riddle cards. So we have riddle card A and riddle card B, which I will now read. Riddle card A1 and A2, excuse me. It has been many a year since anyone has ventured here. Items over which folk fussed have now been left to gather dust. Of the items you have found, 3 don't need to be around. Throw them out and do not miss. Into the bin that looks like this, and then there's a little picture of a barrel. That's the bin. All right. So of the items I have found, 3 don't need to be here. Oh, I actually didn't unfold it. There's also a chicken and a unicorn. Or a normal horse, depending on how you're feeling. All right, so I got those. So 3 of these don't need to be around. All right, open up the bin with care, but as you do, please be aware. The door adjacent must stay closed. A later riddle will be posed. Your rubbish items must stay whole before you place them in the hole. Don't cut or bend anything to get in the opening. 3 things will fit and solve the riddle. Then sort the code, big, small, then middle. Okay, so I think I have to punch these out first and foremost. So I want to punch these out, and I'm going to read this again because I don't quite understand what it wants from me right now. So, punch my cock. It has been many a year since anyone has ventured here. Items over which folks has fussed have now been left to gather dust. These are the items. Of the items you have found, 3 don't need to stay around. Throw them out and do not miss into the bin that looks like this. Now, I kind of feel like I should have a barrel, but I don't. Should I have a barrel? Because, the bin that looks like this doesn't seem to exist, which makes it very hard to put them in the barrel. Open up the bin with care, but as you do, please be aware. The door adjacent must stay closed, as the riddle... did I miss something in the door? I'm starting to feel like I'm missing something, so I'm just putting these aside for now so I can reopen this. Goodbye, everyone. So, in here, which is hard to see, even with me in reality looking, whoops, I shouldn't have leaned on that. But even with me, all the items that I'm finding are here and numbered. So my guess is I gotta find the 3 that it's talking about, and those will be my numbers that I use with this thingamajig. That's my theory. Alright, give me items here. But it's the ones that I throw away that are important, which... So we got an apple with a worm in it. Alright. Alright, punching out, this is my rantlers. Saints. Domino. And newspaper. You can my tiny newspaper. Doesn't have any actual news on it. So now that I have these, my suspicion is to flip them over. And just assume that one's yellow, one's red, and one's blue. To just assume that's what I want. That's my gut instinct. But I'm going to read everything one more time out loud now that I kind of have these pieces and they're more tactile, and see if they... So this is one. So this is the one I should be reading first. It's been many years since anyone ventured here. Items on which folks fussed are now been here to gather dust. Of the items you have found, 3 need to stay around. I misread that. So I don't need a lot of these. So I think because of the word bin makes me think I'm tossing them out, but no, 3 don't need to stay around. So all of these are important except for 3. How am I supposed to get that? Throw them out and do not miss into the bin that looks like this. But I don't have this bin that it's talking about. Open up the bin with care. There's no bin. Should there be a bin? But as you do, please be aware. The door adjacent must stay closed, as a later riddle will be posed. Okay, I'm starting to think that I missed something. So let me grab all my pieces. Goodbye again. Oh! There is like a barrel right here. Am I actually supposed to stick them into this? Is that what it wants? Like I could kind of... Oh man, this is a bummer. Hold on. I think this needs to happen. There we go. There we go. So now we don't have to worry about that anymore. There is a bin. So is it... I think that action is me opening the bin. Is me doing that. That's the bin being opened. So now the bin is open. And then I guess we can be like, well, this doesn't really fit. So it's not that item. This almost fits, but not really. I don't think anything's gonna fit. I don't think, just like that? But yeah, that's identical. Those things are identical, so I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to throw the items into this door. The door adjacent must stay closed. A later riddle will be posed. So I'm guessing I'm going to throw these items in here and then use them in a later riddle. Your rubbish items must be whole before you place them in the hole. So it's telling me not to cut anything up. Don't cut or bend anything to get it in the open. Don't cut or bend anything to get them in the opening. Got it. 3 things will fit and solve the riddle. Then sort the code. Big, small, then middle. So each one of these things that I fit in here have a number associated with them in here. This isn't going to fit, but this is number 2. But yeah, this is an impossibility. Okay. So then, maybe this maybe? the newspaper? Can I get the newspaper in here? I don't think I can fit any. These are all so big. The button doesn't fit. Alright, this button doesn't fit. Domino just doesn't fit. The plant doesn't fit. The Saints don't. The Saints don't fit. They like almost do. We tried the newspaper. The newspaper looks like it almost would. But it doesn't quite fit. It just doesn't want to work right. We already tried the antlers. So we're down to these 4. And, like, I don't feel confident about any of these. I feel like I feel least confident about the witch. Because the hat's so wide. Oh. Okay, I can successfully get the witch in. I don't want to drop it right now. I'm just going to do that for... So for science, I was able to do that. The apple... Oh, I can totally get the apple in too. Okay. Alright, so we're down to chicken and horse. I don't think this horse is going in. Help me! Yeah, I don't think the horse is going in. No. But I think I might be able to get this rooster in. Get in there, rooster. Yes, okay. So I'm going to deposit the rooster, the witch, and the apple into this. 3 things will fit and solve the riddle, then the code, then sort the code big, small, then middle. I feel like the chicken, the rooster, is probably the smallest. I mean, comparing these two, like on top of each other, it's kind of hard to say, like, which one's bigger? I would say the apple's the biggest. Okay, so based on the numbers in here that you guys can't see, the apple is 5. I have a pen, so I'll write this in my notes here. Apple is 5. The witch is 3. I almost spelled the wrong witch. Which is which? And the rooster is 1. Alright, so the idea that it is big, small, then middle makes me think it is 5, 1, 3. So I'm gonna deposit these. I'm a little worried about actually doing this, but 1, 5, and 3. Goodbye, witch. Alright, they're in. So then I take this, and I believe it's 1, just to get this in here. I think it's 1, 5, 3, which I oddly already had. I flip it over, and I get this, which I don't 100% understand. I think I move the directions it says, and then it should be this code. I think that's how it works. And if it doesn't work, then I'm wrong. So I should move over, down, left, up, left. So left, down, left, up, left. Left, down, left, up, left. I should have circle, moon, Y, and I have I have circle, square, Y. So this is wrong. So that makes me think that maybe I should switch the 1 and the 5 on what was large and what was small. So we'll change this to a 3 and we'll change this to a 1 and we'll see if that works. All right. So now I need to move down. Come on, camera. Down 1, down left, which is off the board, which is also wrong. Follow the arrows. Compare the symbols. Write the next door. No, this is so. 5, 3, and 1. Then sort the code big, small, then maybe it's by numbers? So the biggest number being 5, the smallest number being 1, and the middle number being 3. So now we have this. We turn that upside down. And it's telling me to go left, left, then down. Which, for a first day, having it be more direct makes more sense. So left, left, and then down. Circle, diamond, star. Circle, diamond, star. All right, so that's it. We did it. We did it. Let me just... Boom. That's solved. That means that's solved. And this is where we'll be going tomorrow on December 2nd. Welcome all you +2 comedy modifiers back to the stream. Welcome back to the Exit the Game Advent Calendar. This is going to be day 2, which means we dive back into the story. Last time we threw a bunch of things in a bin. That's where we're at in the story. I don't know where the things that I didn't throw in the bin went. Uh-ohs! Hopefully, they're not important. Let's find out. Oh, maybe I think I threw them back in the thing. So, okay. Ooh, this already looks like there will be some arts and crafts to be done. So, carefully tear out the calendar sheet before reading. All right, well. Careful. Being careful. All right. December 2nd, our story continues. You have finally understood the item that Santa Claus gave you to find the next door. Which is this shenanigans. It's so easy with the numeric code. You leave the hut again and try to open a couple of the surrounding doors, all closed and secured with combination locks. You look again at the clues left on the table by Santa. Lo and behold, you are led to the right door. Relief flows through you as the combination lock pops open. You enter and stand there amazed. What a strange place is this? Have you landed at an old-fashioned bank? Or perhaps a theater set? Everything in here seems quite old, as if time has just stopped. In the sparsely furnished room stand 2 men clad in antique clothing from the 19th century. You approach and ask whether they know anything about the whereabouts of the Golden Book, but the men just look down their noses at you with disdain. The bearded one replies, Golden book? Bah! Humbug! There is nothing of that sort here, my dear. Don't call me that. Then he rudely turns his back on you. You obviously cannot expect any help from these men. So, you're on your own. Open door 2 now. You will find 1 riddle card. All right. So let's go to the sky view. Boom. And we've learned that this door here is what we're looking for. That blur is the blur driving you nuts? Because I will. Don't mess with me right now. All right, here we go. Door 2. All right, there appears to be almost nothing in this door. There's just like a man at a kiosk, and that's pretty much all we got going on. Riddle 2. 1,000 pounds. This IOU will put the code in front of you. This note already somewhat old. You firstly cut and secondly fold. It's quite important, I should say, the valley is green and the mountain gray. The valley is green and the mountain gray. Gotcha. Smooth mountain and valley, place on star. Place on star. The code will appear where you are. Place on star. I don't know what that could be. It could be something on the game board here. Place on star. All right. And then it does say, it says code upside down compared to everything else. Like upside down. All right, so this is an origami puzzle. Luckily, I have my skizzers, so we're gonna do some arts and crafts. Cutting along the lines. All right, so the mountain is green and the valley is gray. I think what that means is this odd note here. Mr. C. Dickens. 1,000 pounds. But, ooh, don't lean on this. It's a little hard to see, but there are some green lines and some gray lines. So I'm guessing the green lines, since they're mountains, are facing up, and the valleys, since they're valleys, are inside. So I will fold along the green lines first. Actually, is there, was there a method? First you cut, and secondly fold. It's quite important, I should say, the valley is green, and the mountain is gray. Smooth mountain and valley, and place on the star. The code will appear where you are. I don't know where the star is the problem. But it says mountains first, so... Boom. So I'm folding these. I gotta do this in camera. And then these are like this. Just get that in there. Yeah. Perhaps this will fold into looking like something. So this is another valley, so it's fold like. So I'm making like an M thing. I'm making like the shape that's on this card. That makes sense. Make a little accordions. Just little accordions here. There we go. What a beautiful accordion I've made. Okay, so flatten. There are stars on this? Maybe that? I also feel like I folded this poorly. I thought maybe it was like a Mad Magazine thing where like I fold this together and it says something. 1,000 pounds becomes 1 to pound. But it should actually, like, if I flatten them all out, it's like really... And then place on the star. Like... I'm thinking maybe I stand it up like this. Maybe it mirrors one of these houses. I don't see a star anywhere on the game board. Except for here. Is that the only star? There, I did it. There's not a star in here, right? Alright, so I'm missing something. The top flap of the calendar? Oh yeah, maybe I should look more at the calendar. Because I folded this over so I stopped blocking my own face when I was looking at it. There doesn't appear to be a star on the front. But on this, there's a couple stars. But I don't see... I would not say any of these are the star. I'm also seeing more stars than the one I originally found in combinations. There's a star on this particular door. I've got lots of stars. Fold this back over. Like, there is a star on this particular door right here, so maybe that's what I want? Let's read it again. £1,000, this IOU will put the code in front of you. This note is already somewhat old. First you cut and second you fold. It's quite important, I should say. The valley is green and the mountain is gray. Shit, I folded it backwards. That's the problem, is I folded it backwards. Alright, well, the mountain is gray. And the valley is green. So let's refold this. Because I'm a numbskull. This actually looks like it's going to make a lot more sense after I fold this the correct way. Most things make more sense once you do them correctly, I've found, so not really a bold statement there. The valley is green. All right, so let's see if we can make this magic happen, because this now makes way more sense. Promissory note, Mr. Dickens. Marley gold, £1,000, and then we do this. And then maybe we flatten like this, so it looks like that. Well, maybe like that. This doesn't look like anything. Just looking at all the lines, make sure I got... Yeah, this is folded correctly. Like, I'm a little off on this one fold, so let me see if I can correct this a little bit. Like, this fold looks like I'm definitely trying to get the O, right? Like... And then I fold. I'm looking at my green line. My green line looks pretty good. And then this line. See, I keep doing this, but maybe I'm actually supposed to be more like this, where it's more folded up like that. I.e. end odds. I'm not 100% on this one either. Let me trying to adjust this one just a little rolling. So if I roll this, I just get the D and the S on this. Like oh wait. Yeah, this is a mountain, so it should be See, I'm making the right shape here. This is the shape that's kind of on the card. Actually, the shape that's on the card is more this way. So maybe I'm supposed to be upside down with it. Smooth the mountain and the valley, and place on the star. So there's a star on the back of this. So I was thinking that, like, maybe this way is the stars are down. So maybe it's like this. But then I'm missing a fold. Like, this is supposed to be a fold. So I'm making the two stars kind of meet. If I do this. And I get almost like, I feel like maybe it's just me trying to see stuff. But it, like, I don't know. First and Ost. Because it's just the O-S-T? What letter is that? Oh, that's an N. It is an N here, but the way it kind of folds, it kind of covers it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting out of this. One more time reading. I had to cut it out of this page. So that was my cut first. And then I folded. 1,000 pounds. This IOU will put the code in front of you. This note is already somewhat old, but firstly you cut, which I did, and then you fold. It is quite important, I must say, that the valley is green, which means the green lines are inside. They're the low part of the fold. And the mountain is gray, which means that the gray lines are facing up. So they're here. Okay. Making sure I got this, like, as nicely folded as humanly possible. Smooth mountain and valley. Place on a star. The code will appear where you are. So, like, if I smooth it, it becomes like this really tight thing. Which is what I feel like it wants me to do, but it doesn't seem to say anything. But I don't know what place star. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been reading this wrong the whole time. It says smoothie. It says smoothie. There's an E at the end of smooth. Smoothie the mountain and valley. Place star on star. So yeah, the stars on the bottom of this, I think, need to be facing each other, which they are. The code will appear where you are. This doesn't say anything, but this seems to be the way to do it, right? Because, like, it's trying to say something. OST. Like, I think I'm supposed to get numbers so I can use this thingamajig. But I got IST, 1000 IST. E, maybe a C. It's supposed to be a C, but I've definitely folded it in half. The line's right down the middle of it. This almost seems to line up right, but I get N, S, L, and then the bottom is OST. Oh, but then it says code upside down. Maybe I'm supposed to flip it? Wow, what a magic trick. 150. That's the code, is 150. Ah, I'm so silly. So we put that in. We'll put this into the thing. 1, 5, 0. And then we flip this over. And there is our room instructions. We are looking. We go up, diagonal left down, diagonal left up. So, from here, this is door 1. We go up to here. We go diagonal left down, which is here. And then we go diagonal left up, which is here. And I should get a matching code of cross moon Y. And boom, cross moon Y. I've done it. And there, my friends, is door number 3. Awesome. Huh? Oh, and now someone's here to promote my channel. Oh my gosh. Chatbots, the price. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for dropping by. We're going to move on to day 3 because I'm behind, but I'll do like a transition when I edit this, and I'm going to ban this guy. So I'm going to do that real quick. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas and welcome to December 3rd, which is the real date it currently is. We continue with the story. Carefully tear out calendar sheets before reading. So I once again must carefully. Let's continue on this Christmas journey. Wondering where you will find yourself next, you open the door. It's cold out in the village, and you need to warm up. As the door opens, you squint against the bright light. You wouldn't have expected the sight in such a remote place. The room looks like a scrumptious hotel suite. Scrumptious. Enthroned in the middle is a tempting 4-post bed. You yawn for a moment. It's really late at night after all. But you have to save Christmas, no time for a nap. You can see that the room is occupied, as there are large suitcases in the middle of the bed. It just walked in on someone's vacation. On the mirrors of the dressing room table, someone has apparently tried out various lipstick colors. You risk a quick look behind the opposite door. An impressive bathroom, almost a small private spa, but no further reference to the Golden Book. So you return to the room. On the floor, you spot some cards autographed by Mariah Carey. And on the dressing room table, you discover a message. Dear wonderful... I'm not going to do that. Wonderful room service. Please, could you get me a sticker from this mysterious place for my... A sticker? Could you please get me a sticker from the this mysterious place for my suitcases? I collect stickers from all over the places I have been on my tours. Did Mariah Carey actually stay here? It looks pretty classy. And do those 3 heavy suitcases contain all that she wants for Christmas? Is you, baby. Please turn the page over. Let's go this. So we have like this big ass map. Lots of little things here to read, which makes it very difficult for the stream, but whatever. All right, so we know it's this door here. We figured that out last time. Let's see what we got in here today. All right. Riddle cards, riddle cards. So, there's nothing to read. They are just stickers on a suitcase. My guess... Look in here. There's another suitcase that I can't quite see that's like on the floor, and then it's like a bed, and there's like a heart-shaped box. Maybe Kurt Cobain also stayed here. My guess is you can figure out the order that Mariah Carey traveled by looking at this card. Because you can look at which sticker is on the bottom, and then you can draw it out on this here map. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so this one appears, if I look, focus, we're going from OSL or OSLO to Helsinki to Componage to Vilnius to Berlin. All right, so I'll use this card as like a ruler, so I kind of have a straight line. So where is our first place? It's right here, and then we're going from that to Helsinki, which is here. So I'm just use this card. I'm doing this in ink, so we have one chance at this. So hopefully I'm right. Bang. Okay, and then from Helsinki we're going to Copenhagen. Oh no, it's Copenhagen. Yep, this is good. And then from there, we're going to Venelahanas. No. Vilnius. Making me read foreign languages is mean. I mean, I know they're all in English, but they're of foreign countries. It's me, is what I'm saying. And then from there, we're going to Balana. No, it's Berlin. That one I knew. So we got this M. That was kind of the path there. All right, and then this next one seems a lot more difficult. Oh, I guess this one's a loop? Actually, I don't know, because... Come on, camera. Camera, I need you right now. I need you right now. Guys, come on. Because Warsaw, I would say... My geography is, in fact, horrendous. Can you tell that the chat's over here? So Vienna seems to be the end of this, right? What's the most on the bottom? Warsaw? Warsaw, then Bratislava, then Budapest. No. Not then Budapest. Warsaw's definitely on the bottom, and Vienna is definitely the end of this. Bratislava is probably the second ending, because it's on top of most of everything. So Warsaw, then Prague, then LJ, then whatever the beginning of Jevano is, Jevno, then Brigade, then Budapest, then Bratislava, then Vienna. Right? Warsaw, Prague. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Yeah, that makes the most sense. All right, so we're starting at Warsaw and we're going to Prague. Prague, a place I've actually been. I've been inside their airport. So Warsaw's here. And then from Warsaw, we're going to Prague. You know what I just... No. I was about to say, I think I might have did this wrong, but I'm fine. Warsaw to Prague. Boom. Prague to whatever starts with L then J? Oh, there it is. La Jubilajaya. Bang. Not the best, not the straightest line there. I kind of screwed that one up. Then I need something that ends in J-E-V-O. Any idea what that could be? Sarajevo, I found it. So that's right here. I'm a little worried that they're not like intersecting at all. I thought this would be like this. I thought somehow this would make numbers, but boom. I'm starting to think I need the suitcase that's in here. That's really hard to see because I have a nice M, and now this is making almost a letter. From here, we're going to Budapest, which is here. Jay, I appreciate your facts in the chat. Hey, Frico's here. Warsaw's in Poland. I don't know anything about geography. So from Budapest, we're going to Bratislava, which is not a far trip at all. It's right there. And then from that, we're going to Vienna, which is even shorter of a trip. So we're going right there. So maybe this is a 3. Maybe it's 3, 6. I could totally believe that's what that's trying to tell me right now. We got a 3 and a 6. And then I think I have to use the suitcase that's in here that's going to be impossible for me to show to you. Come with me as we look at the book. This is me trying to help. See how it's upside down for you? That. To help. That's what we're working with. It's clearly hiding in there. Ah. Okay. I don't want to cover my face, but... Alright. Okay, it's not too bad. Ananova La Vida to Burin to Luxembourg to Paris to London to Amsterdam. Annalahora Lavina. Somebody write this in the chat. Annalahora Lavina to Bern to Luxembourg to Paris to London to Amsterdam. And I think there's pictures of Mariah Carey in here too. To Burin. So Anna Laharan to Burin. Alright, that's there. And where's Burin? Where's Burin? Where's Burin? Anybody? Anyone know where Burin is? Kind of thought it would be close by. Oh, there it is. I found it. It's right here. Alright, so that's still the length of a card, so we're good. Boink. The sound of success. Boink. And then from that, we're going to Luxembourg. Thank you so much for throwing that in the chat. Boink. And then from there, we're going to Paris. Boom. To London. Boom. From Paris to London to Amsterdam. Boom. All right, so this is what we ended up with. To me, that's 3, 5, and 6. The one in here is yellow. Are the suitcases color-coded? There's a blue and there's a purple. So maybe this is supposed to be our red one? But that's going to be my theory. I don't know which one was which anymore. So yellow was 5, so I'll move that to 5. Our blue one here was the first one we did, so I'll move that to 3. And then this purple one is going to be our 6. It doesn't feel right because it's purple, but that's what we have here. Flip it over, and we get up, left, right, which is off the board because we're starting here, so that's wrong. So how's another way we can read this? Maybe we're supposed to. Maybe we can turn it upside down, and then now we have 9, 5, 3. No, well, that's not a 3 anymore. Boop, 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 boop. There's nothing else on these cards of interest. Top to bottom, 3, 5, 6, you think? Sure, we can give that a try. 3, 5, 6. Boom. The fact that some of these have dots is very interesting as well. Oh, I guess so you know it's 6 or a 9. Got it. Flip it over. Okay, this is also impossible, I believe. Because we would have to move from here up left or up right and then back down to where we started and then off the board, which you will never go off the board. That's one of the rules. What other, like... This one does say clue 1, or C1, and this one does say C2, so maybe that's the order, but I think that's the same order we just did. Because this, no, it's not. So, because this was our 6, so we'll do 6 first, boom. And then this one, since it's C2, we'll do that as blue, which is our 3, boom. And then the yellow one in here. Is there anything on here that makes you seem like you're 3? Not really. But we'll put the 5 here. Boom. 6, 3, 5. Flip that over, and we immediately go off the board, so it's not that. Come on! What are we doing wrong here? Is there another way I could be reading this? Ah, yes, drink your Ovaltine. I mean, that to me, I don't know how else I can read that as other than 3 and a 5 and a 6. We could turn it upside down, but then we do not have a 3 anymore. We still have the 9 and the 5, but I don't know what to make out of that. And also, we got this weird guy with his mouth open. Look at him. Ah, he's gonna eat my finger. I don't want to go into the hint book, but I feel like, first, I felt like that was the method. We could have screwed it up, but I don't think we did. We very clearly made numbers, so that makes me think that this part is correct, but for some reason we can't get the order right. Then there's nothing else on the cards implying an order. Just checking the other side of them, they just kind of look like this. Oh, you know what? In the room, there's the whole part in the story about the lipstick. You can see yellow, blue, and purple lipstick. So that's probably the order. So yellow would be first, which is red. What a great way to do this. Which was the 5. And then there's blue. the blue suitcase, which was the easier one, so that'll be 3. And then the 6 is down here then. 5, 3, 6, based off of the colors in the mirror. That I hate that there's clues in here because I can't show them on the camera very easily. Flip that over. This seems far more possible. Alright, so from here we are moving up, right, up, left, then down, and we should have triangle, circle, star, and we do! Merry Christmas, everybody! 4th. Done. Clickety clack. I will see you tomorrow on December 4th for the next day of the Advent calendar. Hey y'all! It's December 4th. Time for more Advent calendar. Let's continue on with our story. This is the wrong book. Let's continue on with our story here, as my hair continues to get worse every day. You end up in an old-fashioned office behind the cracked glass window. Countless lights blink across from you. Hold on a second. I have indigestion. Also, how could that be? You have just stepped through the door of an old village hut. Curiously, you walk towards the window and you look on a huge city from a great height. That's impossible. That is clearly LA. The windows must belong to a high-rise. Wow, you've traveled thousands of kilometers? Or is this window some kind of magic trick? That's what that's sign language for magic. Maybe. You look back doubtfully, but through the open front door, you still see the dark village. You shrug your shoulders. Clearly, strange things can happen here, and you don't have time to investigate them, so you focus on your assignment again. You look around the room properly. Properly? It does say properly. I thought I misread it. You look around the room properly, not improperly. For the first time, as well as the weirdness of the cracked window, there's an old computer with a smashed screen. It's been a long time since you've seen such an old device, but there's a second one, so not that long. That logo on the other screen looks strangely familiar. On the right is an open elevator door. It seems to be defective, and the wall is smeared with graffiti. Somebody around here has a temper. Was it the thief? On the wall hangs an old rotary phone. Really? Super retro. I hate this narrator. Somebody has ripped out the rotary dial and thrown it on the floor. Lost in thought, you wonder if the phone still works. You put the rotary back in. You then put your finger in the first holes and start to dial. You spin the disc until it stops and let go. Indeed, it does. The disc turns back with a faint ticking noise. Pulse dialing, it's called, or something like that. Oh, those were the days. Please turn the page. Ho-ho! An idea comes to you. There was a conspicuous phone list on the desk. Perhaps the way forward is to give someone a call. The question is, who? Open door 4 now. So I should find... Alright, riddle card D. So we're in the right place. Switch to Skycam boat. D. And this rotary thingamajig. Alright, so I want to pop this out and read. Oh, we got some phone numbers here. So they're color coded, oddly. So we got the chef 324, hotel services 456, enter the lobby 740, and finance department is 853. I think looking at this dial, everything's also color-coded, so I think it's just a matter of lining this up in a way that one of the numbers work, because it's not going to work for everyone. Let's make some garbage. I do need better rewards. I believe you can use some silly emotes. If you'd like, you can use, I think, like the +2 comedy symbol and Kermit and spam. Yeah, you can spam the chat. That links back to the Lisa the Painful playthrough, where Spam was one of our players. Jay, you were also one of our players. That was still one of my favorite Let's Plays. All right, and there's a. Come on. All right, so I'm gonna try to line this up here. There's a little metal thing here, so I think that I just line those up. Boom. All right, so with them aligned like this, I could also just guess these numbers and just be done. But I'm guessing, looking at this, this way we can kind of look at both at the same time here. 3, 2, 4, green. Well, looking at this, the 0 and the white are correct. So, let's see if I can get this higher. Get higher, baby. Ooh. Alright, so, looking at this, the 0 is white. That's my first, thought. The 4 appears to be brown on this. Is the 4 brown? No, the 4 is purple. And then the 7 would have to be gray, but the 7's yellow. Okay, so that's nothing. Is the 3 green? No. Is the 3 green? Is the 4 yellow? No. Is the 8 purple? No. All right, so there has to be some sort of rotating involved in this. So maybe it's a matter of I'm gonna start by just rotating it to the first number of each of these. So we have a green 3. So if I rotate this, so that the 3 is green. The red is on stop, which I don't know if that means anything, but it's a thought. I wish this was a little higher for you guys, but c'est la vie. So if I do that, that does not make the 2 white, which is the next thing. So I don't think it's this. So let's make the 4 yellow. Boom. That should make the 5 blue and the 6 black, which that was at least closer, but not the case. Then we want to try making the 7 gray. So the 7 is gray, and that would make the 4 is invisible. So that's probably not how this is done. And finally, we have what looks to be the 8 purple. So we make the 8 purple, and that's on this would make the orange 5. So that's not it either. So I have no idea how to do this, is what I've learned. What do I want for Christmas? I want more subscribers on my YouTube channel. How about that? I'd love more subscribees. I'd like everyone to subscribe to my new channel, +2 Wrestling. How about that? I want that for Christmas. All right, let me check in the room. See if there's anything of note in here. So there's an elevator that says yip yay ya. There was something about like the computer screen with a very familiar symbol, and I see it, but like there's not enough for me to like gain information from it. It's too small. Is there anything like... That's the wrong door. I was thinking that like maybe it had something to do... Maybe it's just the ones that are correct. Like from the starting position. Like maybe it's not one of the numbers incomplete is correct. Maybe I just look at it as a whole. Like, nothing is correct in the chef. For hotel services, nothing is correct, right? No, none of those are correct. Entrance to the lobby, it should be 7, and the 4 being brown, and then... Okay, that's correct. The white 0 is correct. That's something. And then it should be a purple 8. That's like a... But like the light purple, this purple. And then the orange 5, so that's correct. Are any of like the first numbers right? Because it could be something 50. Because those numbers are... No, those numbers are not correct. What the fuck am I talking... Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's correct. Because the 5... Okay. So look at the first numbers again. The 3 is not correct. The 4 is not correct. The 7 is not correct. And the 8... Maybe that is the correct blue. No, that's clearly... No, we have a blue that matches that. That's not the right shade. Well... Shit. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. If I dial this by color instead of by number, it's 9. It's 9, 0, 6. That doesn't mean anything, though. Like, what do I do here? Oh, thank you, little elf. Thank you for supporting my good friend Scott Holliday's new YouTube channel. So this is all we have along with this. Now, I think maybe like rotating it is important. Because if I dial the 3, let me just... I end up here. I can't make any of them correct, which is what I want to do. But like, I have a feeling it has something to do with starting here, rotating it, and then getting new information from the rotation in terms of like color and understanding. The problem is none of the first numbers are correct. The 8 should be purple. Whoops. Leaned on a door too hard. The 7 should be gray, which is not. The 2's gray. The 4 should be yellow, which is not. For it is give someone a call. The question is who? I don't know who. Take another sip of smoothie out of upsetness. Read through the story again, maybe? There's a clue in here we missed. Alright, so you're in LA. You look around the room properly for the first time, as well as the weirdness of the cracked window. You spy an old computer with a smashed screen. It's been a long time since you saw such an old device, and there's a second one. On that is a logo screen that looks strangely familiar. On the right is an open elevator door. It seems defective, and on the wall it is smeared with graffiti. That could be important, right? It says, Yip, ya, yay. I think this is implying that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I think that's the bit here. Yip, ya, yay, motherfucker. But there's no, that's why there's broken glass on the floor. Wow. That's why the glass is shattered. And there is a vent. I should mention there is a vent that I'm seeing. Yeah, that's nothing. You put your finger in one of the holes and dial. You spin the disc until it stops and let go. Indeed, the disc turns back with a faint ticking noise. Pulse dialing, it was called, or something like that. Oh, those were the days. An idea comes to you. There is a conspicuous phone list on the desk. Perhaps the way forward is to give someone a call. The question is who? So, I would assume it is one of these people. The chef, the hotel service, the entrance lobby, or the finance department. If one of these started correct, I'd feel better about it. So if I dialed 3, that would send Brown all the way down to here. And then I would be like, well, what if then, from here, the 2 is white or whatever? But that doesn't make sense. And also, with using this type of phone, I would then let it go and it would swing back around. I'm so sorry that you guys can't make this out. So what's left to do? Finance department? Because the 5 is the 5 is correct. 8. All right, this is the only one that starts correct is 0 and this 5, but the 0 is at the end of this list. But let's just try going the other way for fun. If I spin the 0 all the way around, by chance, is the 4 right now? No, it is not. It's off by 1, actually. My only other thought is if the finance department is the correct one because of the Die Hard clue, maybe I ignore the numbers written here and just pay attention to the colors. And it should be 4, 5, 6. Oh, which is oddly that one. Yeah, the colors are correct for 4, 5, 6 here. So what are the colors of the other ones? Because 4, 5, 6 is hotel services. See, if I take the colors for finance department and just dial them, I end up dialing hotel services, which is 4, 5, 6. So if I just dial the colors of hotel services, it's 7, 3, 0, which doesn't... No, if I'm sorry, I did that totally wrong. All right, if I'm using the colors for hotel services, yeah, it's 7, 8, 1. All right, so I guess that was just a coincidence. I don't know what I'm missing here. I really don't want to go into the hint book, but I feel like there's just a fundamental thing I miss. Is there something on the pop-out, maybe, that I didn't see? Yip Ya Yay is yellow. 7's yellow. Like, I don't see anything else of note. All right, I'm gonna use my first clue. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna use my first clue. December 4th help. The book does come with this really nice way to do this, where you fold it, and then you can see the clue without spoiling the rest of it for yourself. So it's kind of nice. Okay. The bright red phone is hanging there for a reason. It's a good idea to call someone, but who? Riddle card D gives you 4 different phone numbers, but which one's the right one? Perhaps you should pay close attention to the arrow on riddle card D? Oh, well, this is silly. Look at the arrow on riddle card D. It's pointing to the first letter there. C-H-E-F. We're supposed to call the chef. 324. I'm going to guess, though, it's going to end up being the colors, not the numbers. So we'll try 324 and it won't work. And then we'll do whatever green, blue, or green, white, red is. That is my assumption. So let's just try it. So it's 3, 2, 4. Now this is going to be wrong. I'm saying 3, 2, 4 is wrong. All right, that was low tier. Wait, the puzzle or me needing a clue? All right, so this is saying down, down, and then that would send us off the board. So that's wrong. Okay, because we're here, down, down, and we can't go down again. So I'm going to guess we take those numbers and then we apply the colors to them. Or we ignore the numbers and we apply the colors that are here, because it's green, white, red is what's here. And green, white, red is 8, 9, 5. So we're going to try 8, 9, 5. 8, 9, 5. The first move takes us off the board, because we're starting here, and that's off the board. So, it's not that. Alright, so if I... Oh, maybe... No. Because if I make 3 green, because I'm just trying stuff. Boom. To make 3 green, I have to put my finger in the red hole. So maybe it's 6. And then I want to make two white. So if I spin that around so that 2 is white, I put my finger in the blue hole. So I'm actually dialing an 8. This is kind of rough here. And then red 4, to make the red 4, which is here, my finger would be in the silver hole, which would be a 2. So my new guess is it's 6, 8, 2. All right, flip this guy over. This seems entirely more possible. So we're just moving across 3 doors here. 1, 2, 3. Diamond, t-shirt, circle. That's where we're at. And there, my friends, is door 5. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on the 5th. Happy December 5th. Let's continue with the calendar here. I've already torn it out carefully. Of course, there's no one at the other end of the line, but at least you found one of the codes. So you go to the next door. Again, you step through the door frame, and like going through a wormhole, you end up in a completely different place, but you know this one inside and out. Wow! That's the famous Maltzenberg Castle. I don't know that place inside out. And everything is decorated as if Cinderella could step into the mirror ballroom at any moment. Immediately, you have an earworm of flute music. If Santa hadn't asked you for absolute secrecy, it would be time to contact a few scientists. This village and magical doors of the half-timbered houses really needs looking at by a specialist. Anyway, right now you're all alone, and if that's the case, you think to yourself you might as well enjoy it. Brazenly, you try a few waltz steps on a sparkling clean parchment parquet. Ouch, you almost slip on an invitation card decorated with a heart. You quickly pick it up. If you are lucky, it will help you on the quest. Open door 5 now. Alright. Here we go. Somehow yesterday and the day before's chat is still here. Opening it up. Bam! Riddle card E. Nothing too interesting in the room, it appears. Invitation to a dance in the mirror ballroom. That's all it is. Not a lot to be seen here, but I think it might match the building on the outside, on the inner flap of this. There's a red and green heart on it. There's not a lot of information here. Is that this building? I would say no, it isn't actually. I kind of thought that's where we were going with this, but no. This is markedly different. Check the front of it, maybe? Oh, wait a minute. This is the same house, though. Ooh, and there, if you look, there does appear to be like letters and stuff on this. Invitation to dance in the mirror ballroom. The mirror ballroom. Do I have to look at this in a mirror? I think that's what I have to do. Because the X's are here and here. Alright, so... yeah, that's something that needs to be reversed. I don't know if I have the ability to just, like, reverse my shot, which would be super cool. Damn it. I want to be able to visibly show it, you know? Yeah, I thought I saw book 2. I guess I could do it in editing, but... it looks like that says book. Or... oh, God. B-A-K... no. This says book. That's a B, that's an O, that's an O, that's a K. And then this says backs. book backs. Alright. So I think what that's implying is I need the backs of the books. Right? I guess that makes the most sense. Where did the clue go? Shit. There we go. Yes! Because the heart on it's red and green. Do you see it? 2, 4, 1. You know what? This one gets a special A+ from me. That was really good. Because I felt so helpless because there was so little in there. And then because I had to just use the thing I had. Kind of feeling like a big brain. Like I got a big old brain in here. Like I got a big brain. Yay. Alright, let's make sure it works. 2, 4, 1. Where's my thingamajig? Here we go. So we're trying 2, 4, 1. 2, 4, 1. We flip this over, and we get diamond, or we're going down, down, and earlier round. So it's down, upright, upright. All right, hold on. Let me refold all this. I almost cut this flap off, which I still think actually might have been a good idea. Because I could handle it easier still. So maybe I still will. Alright, so we're going down, upright, upright. So we're here now. And that should be Diamond Star L. And it's Diamond Star L. Heck yeah. That's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me here on Twitch, that's Plus2 Comedy, and subscribe to Plus2 Comedy Gaming. And also, have happy holidays as I continue to solve the Exit Game Advent Calendar. I'll see you all next time. Boop!